Big welcome everybody here to round 7 quaffle action. Welcome to the live stream. And I'm Julian Van Andries, joined by Jack Pekin.
Thanks very much for having me, Dutchy, today. Beautiful day.
We're here at a sun-drenched Sulk Oval, Palm Beach, to see the home side, the Palm Beach Currumbin Lions, the undefeated side, take on the boys from up the M1, the Western Magpies. And it is first place on the ladder versus 6th. So we're hoping the Magpies can bring a huge effort today. And John, what are your thoughts about today's clash?
Well, it's a day when they can really show something. It's the Magpies, as I say, back against the wall, against the undefeated former premiers from last year. So they've got the debut man in the ruck here today, straight away.
Big Samson, the ruckman for the Magpies, gets his hand to it, although the Lions come away with the early disposal. The clearance goes forward. Short little hands in the backs there. The umpire lets it go. Well done, Saunders from the Magpies gets hands out. Play on's the call. It's a great tackle from the Lions. And the umpires decided to ball that one up. A frenetic start there, Johnny, and great quick clearance by the Palm Beach team.
Certainly was with that breeze. Jed Harrison up there on the back line. Knocks it down. Held up a bit, comes out. We're
going back inside through Derek. It's a lovely kick to the pocket there to Anthony. And that was pinpoint, under pressure. And wheels around Anthony, snaps, and that's a great start for the Lions. Never in doubt there, had the wind assisting that snap, and a quick early goal on the board for the home side, Jack.
Yep, Jesse Derrick, good work in there. And good work from Glenn Screech as well to get it out.
Now,
nice.
We know that the Lions are just littered with stars, John, and the Magpies, unfortunately, a few key outs with Clay Beams, Jenky Kane, Riley Easton, last year's rising star quaffle player, and Lukey Mitchell, the nuggety midfielder. They're all out or unavailable or injured. And but like you said, the debutant young Samson Ryan, the big ruckman, he's a monster, and they reckon he's got some draft type talent. So good to see him get an opportunity. This time the Magpies get it and go forward. Well done. Ball's put up high. There's a contest. Ball hits the deck. Who can be clean here? Magpies continue to go forward. That's a scrappy little ball. But Palm Beach is set up well and they repel. They go out to the far side on the wing. Ball hits the deck. Magpies win out.
Faulkner's got the ball there, in the half forward flank.
Couple of key early touches from the Magpies there by Crawford, who's one of their key prime movers. They go forward. That's a lovely ball into a leading Magpies player there, and they'll have an opportunity to get the Brisbane team on the board, John.
50 metres out. Probably the breeze is not going to help him here, Dutch. But he'll have to kick it hard on that left-hand post. Point post. See how he goes.
You're right, Jack. I think the Lions are kicking with the aid of the breeze. He's coming straight across the field, but slightly favouring the Palm Beach end. So as they come in, takes his kick, that's gone across the face. And the Magpies register one behind, get them on their way. So let's see what sort of an exit the Lions can have. They do the quick play on, and it's a lovely long kick up the middle, put some pressure on the Magpies there. But they're good enough through the debutant again. Had a couple of early touches to settle the nerves. That's good. And they go forward again, the Magpies. Can they hit up a key forward? They do.
A great kick from William Fletcher there.
Looks like Jack Austin, I believe, yet number 1 for the Maggies. So he started well. He's a young key forward, goes into the ruck and pinch hits as well. So he's going to have to kick this from a good 50 metres on the fly, Jack.
Those the trees up that top end, Dutch, will hold a bit of a breeze here. So he's a fair chance. The last thing you want to do is pop it.
Young Austin moves in deliberately. He's on the left boot, struck it deliberately. They like it. He's just snuck it in. So great start for the Magpies. They go ahead on the scoreboard now. 1 goal, 1-7 to the Lions. 1 straight kick from the key forward, Jack Anthony, earlier. 6 points. So just on Anthony, Jack, he's going to be a handful today, averaging 6 a game, mind you. And this is after a great season last year, averaging 5. So you just know you're going to get some output from him. And he does get some service from a great midfield. So the Magpies, it's great they've got one early one on the board, and we'll see what happens out of this next clearance. I like the look of young Sanson though. He's a big boy.
A couple of nice touches early, nice handball there to get him going in the forward line at 4.
Well, that was fortuitous because that was a kick off the deck and it's landed in the hands of the Lions. And perfect timing, great leading pattern there out of the Lions forwards, and ends up in the arms of the big number 14, Jack Anthony.
It's just so easy early to lead. It's just hard to stop. You can just read the play so well. So he's off and running before Highlands sort of knew what was going on. And that match-up, Highlands versus Anthony, will be an interesting one. Highlands normally plays in the forwards for the Western Magpies.
Does, I believe, Jack. So Anthony, deliberate kick. He's 2 from 2, 2 kicks, 2 goals. As I said, he's a handful. He's averaging a heap of goals, on track to kick 100 this year. So that would be interesting.
Well, I have the question, how many did he kick last year as a matter of interest? Dutch?
Well, I couldn't exactly
Well,
tell you. Yeah, you put me on the spot there, Jack, with my research. But he did miss a chunk of football, mate, which probably prevented him from going too big. But he did average 5, I believe, last year, if that gives you any indication of his prowess. But we're ready to restart. It's an open game at the moment. Like what we're seeing, great conditions, a little bit sticky in the middle, but bathed in sunshine as the ruckman crowed that time, gets his hand to it. Well done. It's an important clearance. Magpies get their hands on it, but wrapped up immediately, and we'll have another ball up.
Jesse Derrick involved, nice and heavily early. Quick kick to the Lions and centre half forward.
Again. Saunders will have to be clean here. Does well, wraps it up, doesn't let it out the back, and we get another stoppage. So the prime movers for the Magpies will, as I said, with those 4 key players, with Clay Beams and the like out, we're going to need big games from Crawford, the number 15, Drew Mitchell, and guys like that are just going to have to have monster games to take the pressure off these young players.
Yeah, Macaulay, Lonergan, Daniel Edwards, you could throw in a couple of nice young players. You could throw into that batch.
So here we go, the Lions will come back. They'll come back inside 50 in Anthony direction. This time they double team him and get a fist to it, and it's out of bounds. So well done for a couple of the Magpies there that peeled off their opponent.
Harry Marshall,
to
it was.
assist Highlands there.
Peeled off nicely.
Good team defence. So we'll have a ball in on the scoreboard side pocket, the Palm Beach end. Wind definitely favouring Palm Beach now. It's picked up a little bit, Jack. So here we go. There's an exit by the Magpies. They'll have to be clean, but they're not. This is coming straight back in.
Jordan Gribble.
We don't know a lot about him, Jack, but good early touch for him. They square it up, the Lions. They come to this side that we're commentating from. Derrick onto the left. Wow.
Very
magnificent.
That was a very nice touch.
He's had the razor, the clippers to the head too, by the look of JD there, and moving swiftly, and snapped that one around on the left. And
the veteran. He put the foot down, didn't he, to get around his play, give himself a bit of room, and snapped truly.
Very efficient. Palm Beach start three shots at goal and 3 goals straight 18. So
Jordan Gribble, the 87 Dutch, fairly high number, but we don't know much about him.
Yeah, we tend to see a few high numbers, Jack, this year, but we do not know a lot about him. We'll keep tabs on him and see what we can find out. It's good for those young players to get some early touches and get the confidence up. So young Samson Ryan has had a rest from the ruck. He started well, and the more experienced Liam Dwyer goes in, and he'll be duking it out with, looks like Harrison. Yeah, I saw Crowley in there who could go in the ruck, but he'll stay down. So the Magpies win this one, although good smother there. And scrappy entry. It's going to come out again. A good strong tackle there. And the Magpies bench like that effort. So we go again. Dwyer gets his hand to that one, and ensuing another stoppage. So
first couple of stoppages we've had in a row. It's been free flowing thus far.
It's like the Magpies have made a move, and they've got one loose there, number 21, Jack Goodall, who normally plays forward as well, but he's parked himself across the arc there at centre half back for his side, just to drop in that hole with Anthony looking
just to give
ominous early.
Yeah, give Highlands a chop out there on Anthony.
may just be when Palm Beach have the wind behind them, they use that tactic. So here we go. That'll be deemed a throw as the tackle was good from there from the line. So here they go. They switch it out this side. Kick has a bit too much on it. One bounce over the boundary line. So
just with the aid of that breeze, it's probably aided him too much there. He took it over his head.
the Magpies get a chance to reset here. Boundary throw in. The bigger Dwyer muscles Harrison, and we'll have a redo on the throw in there.
You might need to give that a little bit more oomph, our man, the boundary umpire there. Step in a couple of yards, son. So Crowley versus Dwyer.
You heard, that's a beautiful throw in that time, Jack.
Yeah. After that.
So Tyler Cornish, great hands there. He's in at the source. The Magpie was tackled without it, but play on's a call. They feed back to numbers. Crow gets a boot to it. Tyne does well. Cornish again. That's a great tackle by the Magpies. Put him under pressure. That's a hack kick forward. Tricky bouncing ball. So there's some heat on it early. The big man Crow retreats. Kick backward has to be good, and it is, to the experienced big Jacko Emblin. Here he goes. That's a low spearing ball. It's going to be okay. Doesn't find the target, but here we go. Now he has put his man under pressure, but numbers win out. The hard-running Palm Beach Lions. Here they go. Let's see what they can create. Slingshotting off the half-back line. 2 kicks and they'll be up forward. Wow, that's a lovely one-on-one contest there.
AJ Dawson.
Great, AJ Dawson.
Very nice indeed. And he comes in the centre half forward. Cross courts.
Cornish has snuck out the back. He's on his own. He needs the ball to bounce. He goes one way, inside the other. And a spearing ball to Tyne there. Tommy Tyne. So
I think you'll find that is Jack Goodall's opposite loose that for Tyler Cornish. So he was spare. The man dropping back to cover for Anthony in the back line, in the forward line.
So Thomas Tyne comes in, one of the 2 brothers in the side, the Palm Beach Juniors, deliberately just pulled that one away to the right. Just started it out to the right, hoping for the wind to bring that one back in, Jack, and it was a good penetrating kick. It stayed out to the right. So, but lovely forward 50 entry organisation from the Lions at the moment. They look super dangerous. So here we go. Out comes the big left footer for the Magpies. It's a good high kick in. They get it out to the defensive side. That was Brock Askey, the late inclusion for the Lions. He gets the ball going inboard, so here they go. The Lions will come back in. That's Gus Munro. Good long deep kick, although there's 4 on 1 there. They're all over Anthony, but someone stays down. And that's the problem, Jack. When you try and double, triple team a key forward, there's always someone that stays down for the attacking team, and they got the quick goal there.
Damn straight, Dutchie. 29 Burge just stayed down front and centre. In 4v1 against Anthony, you'd like to think the Magpies would get a mark or a clearance there, but it's just gone down.
And we know all about Jason Burge, don't we, Jack? He's leading the Sid Guilford, the league's best player award this year, and he's won the trophy room stacked inside Jason Burge's house, and plenty of premierships and plenty of silverware.
Moving into the kitchen with his silverware, apparently.
Magnificent midfielder and dangerous when he goes forward. So here they go. Crow gets his hands on that. A little bit sticky in the middle there. Play's finding it hard to pick it up. So chain of handballs. Palmy whip it out wide. Although the Magpies get the hurried kick. It's going out to their 50-metre arc. Umpires blow the whistle. We've seen a bit of holding. Palm Beach will have to bring this one back quickly. And the number 14, Brody Lumba, sinks the slipper into it. It's going left. It's a dangerous kick. There's hands just out of the goal square. Umpire says play on. They appealed for the mark there, the Magpies. The supporters went up, but umpire deemed that there was a Lions hand in there, and play on's a call. So it's gone out of bounds. Dangerous spot though there in the Western Magpies forward pocket.
Might have been a little bit stiff not to get the mark.
So Crowley doing the ruck work there for the Lions. They whip a long handball out, although it's coming back in. And that one will be locked up there. Still in that dangerous forward pocket there for the Magpies, who would love to get a goal out of this stoppage.
Need the binoculars on there from this end of the park. Ball goes up in the pocket for Magpies. It's a deck again, a scrimmage, and it comes out palmy clear, half back flank. And it's gone into another scrimmage. Quick hands and kick around to the wing. Anthony's moved right up the ground.
Yeah, good presentation there. Well done. Quick kick to the boundary there from Zach Harrison.
It's very high for Anthony. Does he normally get that far up the ground, Dutch? I don't.
Yeah. No, you generally see him do most of his work inside the arc. You're right, Jack. So the ins for Palmy, we didn't get time earlier. Stevie Tyne and McInash, and the outs, Ashton Crosley, the youngster, and Rain Harris. So not too different a lineup. Troutman out as well with Askey, the late inclusion there. So well done by McNevin there, the reliable defender. And his spearing ball is going to work, and they're out now at the back Palm Beach. They have the overlap. This kick will need to be good though. Takes them on with the bounce, arches the back. Here they go. Onto Tyne, and Burge gets on the end of that. And with this breeze behind him, I would suggest he will go back, take his time, throw a bit of grass in the air, Jack, and have a shot.
I think so. Why not? I doubt that kick was any more than 10 or 11 metres. But Burge once again got away from Crawford, his direct opponent.
Good fast play there from the Lions on the wing, wasn't it? The kick from McNevin was good. It just got over the back, and Palm Beach were out. So here we go, Burge. Just puts it up, hopes the Breezel does the rest. Oh, I think it's gone through, just enough. The Magpies had a couple on the line there, but no one really got up with the big fist. So that one, Burge, smart kick, as we said before. He's a good footballer. He's been around the blocks, and he just popped that one up and let the wind carry it through.
A fair reason why, Julian, that nobody went up to get that ball, knock it on the line. It seemed to be reachable. They're pretty much worried about, the Magpie defenders worried about Anthony getting his hands on it. So
yeah, a bit Anthony conscious, you think, Jack?
I think so, and it's probably, if you look at his results, you see why.
Yeah, well, that's a couple of... Burge has got off the chain now. He's kicked two when he's gone forward resting. So here we go. Big Samson Ryan gets up again against Crow, but Crow gets it back and gives it back to his midfielder in Burge, who's been busy. Good kick, but well diffused there. Well diffused there by the Magpies and Luca Winton. He's a quality player, Winton. He'll need to be at his best. I've put the blockers on him there because he just kicked that one straight out in the full, Luca Winton.
He certainly did.
I'm not going to wrap anyone else up today at all, Jack, because that's what happens. So here we go. Big Jacko emblem, pumps that one forward. Anthony, great use of the body. And umpire deems that not a problem. So the smaller man, Gareth Crawford, just got nudged out of that one.
To be honest, I don't think he was looking to be in the contest. It did drop a little bit short. And Highland was just caught a little bit behind.
Anthony, Breeze could be a problem here. It's his third kick, looking for his third goal. And he's snuck it in. They like it. So great start for the Lions now.
A lovely goal.
And Anthony gets his third. So the scoreboard now reads Palm Beach, who are off to a flyer, 6 goals, 1-37 against the visitors, the Western Magpies, 1 goal, 1-7.
Yeah, tough gig for Highlands there, and I wonder what the Western Magpies coaching crew will do there, whether they'll be happy to leave him there or they'll try a swap somewhere.
It's a big ask for the Magpies. We knew it was going to be a tough challenge for them today, but I think from their perspective there, you know, you can rise to these sort of games or you can go in his shell. The coach will just want to see, right, who wants to stand up and compete against a really good team? And they did start to, but it can just get away from you quickly. So here they go now. Well done. Chain of handballs. Can they hit a target here? That one sprayed, and the experienced Emblem gets repelled. So look at Palm Beach getting it across half back and just switching quickly, and out they go.
Screech down at the wing there, 2 Palmy players. And it goes over the boundary line. Lucky for Western Magpies there, I think.
That scoreboard can just I know the Lions have got the art of the breeze, Jack, but it can get out of hand very quickly when you've got the likes of Anthony and Co down there.
Fair to say that Palmy must have won the toss, you'd say, Dutch.
You'd think so.
The big fella, Sampson, handball out to Crawford. Goes to centre, forward, quick kick. McNevin and Dwyer contest.
Hands
ball
below
hits
the
ground.
knees there. Brody Lumba. Palm Beach have the goalkeeper back there. Emlin's been busy early down there, although that one is a scrubby little kick. It's been turned over, and Brody Lumba, who kicked it down towards the goals, will end up with it in his hands again. So
He's had a little bit of it too.
he's going to have to kick this
quarter.
Yeah, he has, Lumba. He's been good. He's a good size. He's a mid-size, isn't he? Definitely mid to key position type. And he'll have to kick this right into the teeth of the breeze. So let's see how he goes. They really need this one, the Magpies. It's an understatement, and he's drilled it.
Really good kick.
Fantastic kick. He didn't half kick that. He absolutely sunk the slipper into it, Jack, and that's what you need to do into the breeze there. So
we're rooting for him because we need him to stay in the contest at this early stage, especially against that breeze, as we say. That was a beautiful kick. And he's been handy, and he's had plenty of it in the first quarter for a big man.
as I said, the Magpies, and days like this when you're playing against the later leaders, you want your leaders to stand up. And there's 3 Western Magpies in the Queensland squad at the moment in Mitchell, number 15 Crawford, number 3 and Highlands. So the Magpies will be looking for big games from those guys to cement themselves as key players in this competition.
Certainly will. Certainly will. Quick handball out of at centre bounce there, and then we'll go up again. Got there William Fletcher in and under here. Tap out from Palmy straight onto the boot. McCanch, quick handball. AJ Dawson.
AJ Dawson, great kick.
Wow.
Great kick. And Anthony's let out 4 times, John, and it's just been silver service right on the chest, hasn't it?
I think
Just given the poor old Highlands has stuck to him like glue, but when the delivery's like that, there's not much any defender in the country can do about that. So
Dawson it was a fantastic kick because with that breeze, it's easy to kick a little bit further, but it just centred that a treat in front of Anthony's run.
Anthony for his 4th comes in deliberately. Good off the boot, and the goal umpire moves his eyes, and that's about it. Nothing else.
He didn't have to travel him physically.
Didn't have to travel far at all, did he?
He's got a great kicking style, Anthony, hasn't he? Just kicks through it every time,
We'll
no
call
matter
him
how far.
the kickologist, Jack.
Is that right?
He
something
can
that's happened before?
Dissect a kick. I've seen him deliver some kicking sessions actually a couple of years ago to some coaching courses, and very much.
He was your copybook man.
Yeah, well, very much knows the aesthetics to a good kick, Jack, and you saw it we've seen it 4 times here in the first quarter.
Brian Taylor
Just caresses the footy. Brian Taylor could kick the footy.
Well, yes, he could. Scrummage in the centre line there for that centre bounce, and we'll go up again. Always a bit harsh on anybody that didn't kick through the ball, so we're 20 metres out.
Yep. So here we go. Magpies get a scrappy kick forward. Lions, though, they've got numbers back. Let's see how they use this one off half back. Here we go. Highlands gets a push in the back, but well done. Attack that footy hard. Gets it moving in his team's direction. Ball hits the deck. As numbers win out again for Palm Beach. They get the 1-2. They've got wheels now. They go. Low spearing kick. The bounce doesn't favour Cornish. He'll have to go again. He butters up well. The ball went past him and he tackled the Magpies player to the ground, holds the footy up for his side there, just outside the 50.
So the reason Highland was up the ground there was the fact that he's been changed off Anthony, and Winton, number 8, has been drawn on to Anthony for the time being.
A bit undersized Winton there, but
probably.
That's another good kick that favours Anthony, although 2-on-1. Now they've got a problem. Magpies get the handball out, well done. Magpie player falls over. Anthony, strong tackle, wraps him up. There's cries for in the back, but the umpire says, no, I'll have it. That was a good fair contest.
Probably over-mauled him a little bit there, Anthony, but it's going to go up. No free kick.
Good strong contest there. Happy to let that one go. So the makeshift ruckman go up. Here we go. Tyne does well. Fleet of foot, keeps the ball in. Has he done too much? Now he's got a problem. So handball goes to the Magpies and they're wrapped up immediately. So we'll have another ball up.
And you called it, Dutch. You probably did go for a little bit much there. You had the men in board for the handball, quick release.
The big Samson Ryan, the big man, he must be about 6'8". The big young colt. He's doing well for his side, and his skills are on show. I know there'll be some recruiters looking out for the big young man, and he's impressive against Crode, who's a big unit himself.
Yeah.
He's making Crode look small. So Samson works his way in.
I think
That
we might
ball's tapped out of bounds.
get that one thrown in a little bit. Look out, there's a bit of confusion here. The umpire's made a bit of a call that's not looked upon too kindly.
Oh, there's a bit of confusion here with the rule book, but
big fella had drawn off.
the big man we speak of, Big Samson, is going to have a kick. Wouldn't have thought it's his strong suit, but no one wheeling around for the handball, so he does kick. Does well, kicks it up the line. Players fly, or the Emblem.
He was all over that.
Been doing that for 10 years, Big Jacko, just chopping off forward thrusts and marking and repelling. So here we go again, Anthony moves strongly. A couple of Magpies go to ground. Askey handballs to a dangerous spot. McCanch gets his hand on, back to Askey. Snap, it's not going to go through. It's going to just sneak out of bounds before AJ Dawson can get his hands on that.
Michael Gibson floatability about that kick.
Michael Gibson.
He could pick the best floaters ever.
He used to kick them deliberately at training too.
The finger breakers. Sawn is out from the back pocket. Straight to the 50-metre line, and Screech has taken a nice mark there.
Screech, former Shark, I believe, John. Been playing footy for a long time in Queensland, so he's found a home here at the Lions. Good centering ball. Anthony presents again. There's numbers below his feet. He gets it back. He snaps. Oh! I think there's a free kick here.
Against McCanch.
Lucky, because that was going in. Was going to be Anthony's 5th for the afternoon.
5th? Is that right? Well, I think you made him down for 4. So I'm going with you.
Here we go, Highlands. So Rory Johnson, nuggety type, isn't he, Jack?
JD, as they call him. Nice kick for the wing.
And that's good hands. Well done there by the ruckman, Big Dwyer. He was the biggest man in that contest, and he marked the footy like he had to. So well done, Big Dwyer. Well, he's let himself down with the kick though. I did say I wasn't going to wrap anyone up too much, John.
It was a good mark.
Happened again.
When you're on the boundary line, that against the breeze a bit, you just can't. The big man can't get that handball off for the better kick. So he's sort of a bit hemmed in. Throw in.
Crowe's got his handful today against the two big guys from the Magpies. They're quite handy. Well done by Crawford. Gets things moving for his team. They go again, they run, they spread the Magpies. Cade Scott gets that one. That's a lovely looking kick. Oh, they can't complete it. Jesse Hampel running back with the flight, just had to get the jukes around that, but the pressure from McNevin was good as McNevin gets it and kicks it in.
Need the binoculars on there, the back pocket. That's Gribble, is it? Kicks onto the wing.
They go to the far side. They play quick, the Lions, don't they? Here they go again. That looks like one of the Tyne boys. Although, well done playing in front there, the Magpies.
Chopped off. Sivic. Nice kick off to Mitchell.
Ethan Sivic.
Beautiful kick in the centre line.
That's good all.
Yep.
So enjoying a little bit of possession here, the Magpies. They go forward again. Good use of the body by Austin. Couldn't complete the mark.
Need the in and unders here.
And umpire will reset with the ball up there.
In the last
20 metres out.
They've had plenty of it.
They do look quite good with the ball in hand, the Magpies, but and again, you've got to remember the Lions have got the aid of this strong breeze, so if they can hang in there and then win the second quarter, they're right in the game. Goodall just sees that one trickle out of bounds in front of him.
Yeah, they just need to maybe if they can sneak 1 or 2 here, at the end of this quarter, how far are we in? Is that 28-41?
Yeah, not long now, Jack, till the quarter time break. Crode and Dwyer go at it again. Strong tackle there from Jesse Derrick.
Crawford for the Magpies. He's been in and under, doing some hard yards, looking after birds.
Week in, week out, from what I can gather, Crawford will do that. So players run out of room there in the pocket in front of the Palm Beach Currumbin members beer tent.
In the 2009 Premiership reunion team up there on the balcony.
Yeah, Jack, we haven't mentioned that yet, have we? 2009 boys just warming up there with a cold amber drink. We might wander up there to say hello to a few heads later on this evening.
Matt Carroll's got the phone on, listening to us now.
Matt Carroll's a part of that group. He, another live Quaffle stream commentator.
Let's hope he hasn't gone on the heavies too early, because he's not a drinking man.
I believe there was a text message and an email to the competition manager to say he wasn't available today to do the commentary, but we can all understand that. So here we go again. Ball in Magpies' pocket, and they get their hands on it. It's a nice little handball. Check side kick. It's gone through.
Cale Reid.
Well done there, Cale Reid. That was industrious. It was a good little flick on out the back.
It was an industrious flick out. Speculator almost, but it was in the right spot for the run on players.
He's a dangerous type, Cale Reid. I saw a bit of him last year. He's pretty versatile, dangerous forward, can go in the midfield, and definitely contributing there. So well done. You said, Jack, if they can just get one or two more against the Breeze, they'll be reasonably content with this, the Magpies. But it's not that Palm Beach have had a mountain more possession. It's just been they've been so efficient going forward. From the 8 or 9 forward thrust, they've kicked 7 goals. So here we go. Well done there by your man Gareth Crawford, Jack. They go forward again. Let's see what they can do here. Head over the footy. Play on's a call. Now, whoa, good pressure there, the Maggies. But they're out now, the Lions. They're out now. Chain of handballs. They go up the middle. It's an attacking kick. Plays hit the deck. The siren just saves them there. There's a little bit of scuffling going on, but I thought Anthony he had a one-on-one there, and looking very ominous there. But number 13, Jaden Gallagher, got back for the Magpies to defuse the situation. So here at Sulk Oval, we've had 10 goals kicked in the first quarter. Magnificent afternoon here on the Gold Coast, the southern end. And we see the home side, the ladder leaders, the back-to-back premiers, 7 goals, 1, very efficient kicking, 43, against the visitors, the Western Magpies, the boys from up the highway, 3 goals, 2. That should be 20, I believe that scoreboard will be amended. So, Jack, we will be back to see how this enthralling contest continues in the second quarter.
There he is. He's a stocky little man, isn't he? Cale Reid. Oh.
Welcome back. Round 7 quaffle action to the live stream. Palm Beach Currumbin versus the Western Magpies. And John, how did we see the first quarter unfold?
Well, it was a good open game. The skills were pretty much spot on from both teams early doors. A few little scrimmages, but Palmy were pretty smooth out of the centre line and the delivery in the forward line. AJ Dawson especially to Anthony. Lumber did some good work for the Western Magpies early in their forward line, the big fella, the 1 goal. Best for Palmy, Anthony, Dawson, Burge and Derek. Best for Western Magpies, Crawford, Lumber, Ryan, good all.
Big Samson, Ryan, the youngster too. I thought he battled hard, the youngster for the Magpies in the ruck. So here we go again. Second quarter begins and the busy Gareth Crawford gets it going forward for the Magpies. Ball's repelled though, well done. Tapped out to the advantage of Mackenzie there. Mackenzie gets it back to Munro. Holding up nicely across half back the lines. Repelling well. The other one, probably a notable mention in that first quarter for the Lions, was Emblem Jack. Played very well across half back. So dangerous switch. It's going to end up in the arms of Derek. He's working in tandem there with Jack Anthony. Long way from home. He goes onto the left boot. Sees someone, finds Crowley. So here they go to Burge. Left or right foot, doesn't matter. He puts that one out. Here they go. Harrison now. Ball smothered. Crawford for the Magpies picks it up, ridden into the back. But a ball up is ensuing here. So I thought the effort was really good from the Magpies, and let's see how they can go with the aid of this breeze, Jack, this quarter. So they'll win themselves a free kick here. But if they can move it quickly with the aid of this breeze and get it in quickly like the Lions did to their forwards, 1 out, I think they should see some scoring opportunities. So here we go again. They go up the far wing. Ball comes to ground. It's going back though for the Lions, who have runners, although good. Strong handball to Saunders for the Magpies. Well-weighted kick, but Emblem, that man I just mentioned, had a big first quarter. Chops that one off and chips it out. They change direction. They go back one way. They come back this way again. They spotted McNevin. Kick doesn't get to him on the full. Has to be clean. McNevin, the cool customer. He's fixed it up there. He's got time. Presenting well.
Tyne and half-back flank. Just steady a little bit, goes inboard. Beautiful kick to Burge. Oh, dropped it.
Burge had it
Got him
spent
early
before he had it, and that was high, but umpire decides no. So Burge will be kicking himself there. He's a thinking man's footballer, and he knew what he was going to do before he had it. Had it spent before he had it. So here we go. Crow does well, gets the ball to the ground. Although that's Drew Mitchell. Pumps it forward. Well done, Austin. Keeps the ball in play. McNevin's in trouble now. Does well, turns the other way. Nearly chopped off. They're just mucking around with this a little bit, the Lions. And what a snap from the pocket on the left there, the Magpies. The Lions defenders just played around with that a little bit too much. They went across the face of goal, which is a cardinal sin, Jack.
Yeah, and it wasn't spot on.
They were made to pay.
Brody Lumber, was it Brody Lumber finishing it off there?
That was Lumber.
Yeah, beautiful.
Well done there.
He's very agile for a big man.
It wasn't a snap or a check side, it was a drop punt under pressure from the pocket. So, well done, good finish.
Made him pay.
We'll mark down Brody Lumber for his second of the afternoon.
Yeah, just a
Doing
little bit leisurely, the Lions there in defence, and McNevin.
Leisurely's well described, John. It was leisurely. So here we go, Burge. On track for a big game, onto that left boot. That's a good kick, finds his mark. And here they go, they wheel around. That ball's kicked to the top of the square. Oh, Anthony. Oh, I thought that was a mark, but play on's a call. He shrugged his opponent away and had 2 bites of the cherry.
I think like everybody else, Dutchie might be Anthony wary as well. Might have been 2 touches on that early, but we call the umpire right.
We always do, mate. But here we go. Won me a few extra kicks. Not arguing. Oh, well done, the big man, big Samson Ryan. Well done. Looks impressive and great by foot. Oh no, his man's let him down.
Lumber.
That was Lumber, but we can't. He's kicked 2 goals. He's been good. That one, the drop mark just made his kick hurried, and now Palm Beach True Burge are going to whip it out the other end. Good spearing, chiselling ball. Here they go. They go out the far side, the Lions. They got runners. That's a bit of a high kick forward entry that'll enable the Magpies to get back and get a fist to it.
Yeah, almost the 4v1 again with Anthony. And they still go to him every time, and more often than not he does grab it, but they probably had a few options over the back there on that occasion.
Say it again, a broken record. Big Samson Ryan, a big contested mark from the big fella, and then lovely kick to advantage of his teammate. So well done. Here we go, ball up on the far pocket, Jack. Our vision's not great from here, but the Magpies, look, they come away with this one. It's a kick to a pack, and this ball looking close to going out of bounds. I think Nevin keeps it in, turns the other way. They go across to Gus Munro. Another one of those Palm Beach midfield type running brigade players that, here we go, he just chips it back to McNevin.
McNevin's had plenty of it, there's no doubt about that. Very agile for a tall. He goes in the centre.
The number 100, Mackenzie out here, Jack. Not often you see the number 100 in a game of senior footy. But
no, it's not. That's not it. And he's not a big man. Normally you'd have 3 numbers on a big man's back, but
stretch it right out.
He's shoulder to shoulder there. The numbers are jammed in.
So we had the big man Crow got on the end of that pass there up the along the far wing. Crow looks like he's coming back for a shot. He's about 85 metres out, so he's throwing a bit of grass in the air. Maybe we know something. He knows something that we don't.
I'd give him about 10 to 1 to kick that goal.
Okay, yeah, the wind's...
He's a left footer, as you say.
Wind's... Oh, yeah, it's pushed it across the face, but he wasn't too far off the gel. Well, the mark's been paid to Anthony right on the goal line.
Oh, they'll be kicking themselves there.
These are the ones Anthony will wheel around onto the left boot, snap, and he's just blotted his copybook there, Jack, from 4 goals straight in the first turn. That's his first behind. So a let off there for the Magpies. Let's see what they can do making their way out of defence. Gallagher wheels on to the left. Kicked at the defensive side there. Well done by Jack Austin. Good contested mark. So he chisels one inboard, hits the mark. Drew Mitchell, one of the prime movers for the Magpies. Goodall, they're good players, are coming into it.
On he goes.
Dwyer's lead is ignored. They go deep, ball hits the ground. Well done. They're going to get a shot on goal here. Snap. But strong. Well done there by that number 100, Adam McKenzie. So they made a bit of a mess of that one, the Magpies. The kick, that last kick inside 50 wasn't pinpoint. So here we go. The Lions run it out as they do. Get the 1-2. That was Curtis Marsden. So well done, streaming out of the defence. Now they're out. Although the Magpies worked their way into that contest. So here they go back again. Good fleet of foot there. That was Lachlan Dennis. I like that work. Turned and went back inside. So although Anthony's going to get on the end of this chain, he tries to brush him off. They wrap him up. Strong tackle. Must be holding the ball. It is. So the Magpies have a little win there. The big strong man, Anthony, tried to palm a few away and they got hold of him and wrapped him up. So well done to the Magpies.
Big win, little win.
Defenders there. It's just a little win.
40 goes across the back flank for the Magpies.
Riley Green to Goodall. See if they can join the dots here and get it back up the end. They've got the use of this breeze, John. They want to get a couple on the board and chip away at that margin. Mackenzie's been busy. The Lions now, they flick it out the back. There's a balk. And the pressure's gone right up for the Magpies. I'm impressed with this. Here we go again. And handball's under pressure out of bounds, so... Screech. The Lions yet to score this quarter, Jack, a major that is. So there's 7 goals, 3-45. The visitors who have kicked 2 this quarter, 4 goals to 26. Maybe just the one, 4 goals to 26. So
Yep, just the one. And it's on our forward flank. Bit of a scrimmage, comes out.
trying to get that out. Cal Reid quick to the boot, and he had to be. It was under the pump. So here we go. Gus Munro onto his left foot, finds a little lead-up option there, and we've got one of the Harrison boys, I believe.
Gareth Crawford,
Zach Harrison with the footy in hands, number 3.
Hang on, beg your pardon.
Fancies
Wrong
himself. Hasn't lost all the hair just yet, Zach Harrison, John. So here he goes. Harrison. That's nice off the boot, although it doesn't get the distance. Holds up in the breeze. The Magpies will need to deal with this and rush it through under pressure. Cries for holding the ball, but Magpies will reset this now, and they're just sort of hemmed in on their goal line at the moment. The Lions are pressing, trying to continue and where they left off in the first quarter. So here we go. Good, long, strong kick in fly from Dwyer. Well done. Created the contest. They run away with it, the Magpies. What can they do now? One-on-one contest inside 50. Plays hit the deck. McNevin will have to be clean here. He holds it in. He's dragged it in. Play on. He's got it out now. Right in front of the commentary position. And that one's just gone out of bounds. Although play on's a call. The umpires let it go. Now it goes out.
Nice little tough in and
That
under.
was Ethan Sivic there, and Cade Scott, another debutant for the Magpies. So they did well to hold that one up and get a forward 50 ball in. So here we go, plenty of Lions jumpers around. It's good ruck work there by the Magpies though. And there was just that awkward pause there from the umpire. I thought he was going to play a free kick against the number 15 Drew Mitchell for not getting that one out. But so Dwyer has been good in the ruck against Harrison. Well done. The Palmy boys flick that one out the back with a chain of handballs and kick it out to the defensive side for another ball in. As we take a breath, John.
Yeah, take a breath there, Dutch. True centre wing position, the boundary. Step in a few, son, and give that a good tweak. That win holds it up.
You're onto
That's a
that
beautiful
boundary
throw.
umpire, aren't you, mate?
Yeah.
You're not happy with his height earlier, but
Sid Harrison taps it down.
he's heard you. He's amended that. So they go forward here. It's a high ball to no one in particular. Oh, running back with the fly. That
Fantastic,
was
Mark.
magnificent.
AJ
Is that
Dawson.
one of the time, boys? We'll see when the number turns around. No, it is Brock Askey, the late inclusion, Jack. He's a genuine, dangerous forward, young Brock Askey, Palm Beach Junior, and he'll have a shot from almost the pocket. And the wind won't help him here, mate. It's blowing straight into him, although we saw the Magpies drill one from here earlier. So here we go, Askey. Wheels around, couple of short steps, puts it on the boot, looks good, and just misses to the near side. So, wow, that was a magnificent mark though. Running back with the flight, Jack, the hardest thing to do in footy. People from other sports don't understand how courageous you have to be to do that.
There's not too many other sports you have to do in it, is
No,
there?
I wouldn't have thought there is, mate.
And there's players all around him.
So the Magpies move it on. Dwyer's flying for everything, creating paths for his teammates. I like his game today, the big fella in the ruck. He's really turned up.
They've had a few forward pitches from that wide boundary Dutch, but they haven't really made too many inroads. I'd like to see the Magpies take a little bit inboard, a bit more through the centre.
Yep.
And sort of just come down. That's where Palmy got their few goals from.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
switch
you're
it
right.
inboard and
Probably
down the line.
they need to capitalise on this breeze, mate. It's worth 3 or 4 goals. And that one's out of bounds before he hacked away at it, so we'll get a throw in. Ball bobbles off the roof there, John. We might need the replacement. Sharon?
Bobbles. Where did that
Oh,
word
it's
come from?
Bobbles?
Bobbles, yeah.
Bobbles.
Yeah.
Well,
Interesting.
just rattles around. Here we go. We'll have another throw in by your boy, the number 3 boundary umpire. Wow, Burge has just sharked that onto his left foot on the fly. Poetry in motion. And the Palm Beach player was held. And there's a free kick there to Harrison.
Zach Harrison.
So here he goes. Spearing ball. Dangerous ball. Chopped off by the Magpies defenders, although now he's gone inside and he's caught. Anthony's on the end of this. He takes them on again. Palms a couple off. Play on, that didn't go 15. Play on's a call. Pressure's enormous. That could be holding the ball, and it is. So it's almost like the damn wall at the moment. Palm Beach have been pressing and with no reward in this second term yet. So who has it at the moment, Jack? Is that man Askey again? He's going to get another shot from a similar position. See if he's gone to school on his last kick. But as we said, he's kicking into the teeth of this breeze. And deliberate approach. Waltz is in. Low spearing dart. Has he stuck that one in?
Yes.
I think they like it. Well done. That had a bit of good curvature on it, that kick, didn't it? Kept it low.
Sort of helicoptered its way through, right to left, where the other one just faded a bit, that last kick of his. So, got a bit of reward for effort there, Palm Beach.
It was good.
They have been attacking and just been pushing and pushing. Anthony probably tried to go around too many players there before. Is he, because of his stature, is he entitled to do that, or do we let him go on that one?
We'll leave that up to the listeners.
But big Samson Ryan back in the centre.
Jack. So a goal apiece in the second quarter. It's tightened up. The pressure around the footy's huge. So good to see this. Really good contest. But that man Burge has been as busy as you'd like. So on the time. That's a lovely delivery out to Anthony. He gets the jukes around, but good pressure from the Magpies. They ensure the ball comes to the ground. So here we go. They'll have to be clean here. They go at the other side through Mitchell, Drew Mitchell.
Oh.
Well done. It's a good switch. Had to be spot on and precise, and it was. So they keep going at that side. And Dan Edwards, I believe, has the footy out that way, Jack.
You'd be
Number
correct
22.
Dutchy goes down the line there, looking for a big man. Dwyer's there.
Contest.
Austin.
Oh, there's my boy, Big Samson. Here he goes. He gallops away. Oh,
Play on. Got the handball too.
Works out all right. So the kick inside 50. Dwyer should mark this. Oh no, he's dropped what he should have taken. And Palm Beach are going to run this out through Derek. Now McNevin. And now they got numbers. Dwyer will be kicking himself. He had a good clean jump at that footy. Although there's another mistake now for Palm Beach. Dwyer wants to make up for his mistake. Ball comes out the back. There's a ball kicked off the deck. Tyne now. Nice and clean. Burge again, another stat. Gets the 1-2. They flick it out wide. Harrison. And that one's going to go out on the full, I believe, unless Highlands can. No, he can't.
There's plenty of air on it. Harrison, and a good chain of handballs there. Burge was impressive, wasn't he? Getting the 1-2.
Was
Screech was handy, as was Jesse Derrick.
Liam Dwyer will be devastated with that. He had that ball 40 metres out, a clean jump at it, and just dropped what he should have taken. And Palm Beach, the good side that they are, mopped up and away they go. Now they're up their end. So the Dwyer's been good. We'll allow him a mulligan there. So here we go. Ball's hacked high into the air. Good contest. Magpies are throwing themselves in everything here. Big Crow.
Stayed down.
Good skills for a big man. He spotted Emblem.
It's a very busy Palm Beach forward line.
Yeah, there's not much space there at the moment. They've plugged it right up, so here we go.
Your big man.
I'm claiming him, Big Samson. Just need him to grow his hair a little bit, Jack. He wants to be a true Samson, so here he goes. He doesn't kick it too bad for a big man either. He's popped that one up. Austin's going to fly, although Emblem, experienced Emblem, chops it off.
Yeah, the kick wasn't that great. Put Austin right under the pump.
Well done by Jacko Emblem. He's been to the barber through the week as well. Shaved across the sides.
Giving himself a couple of inches above the ears. Oh, Anthony got a nice little bounce over the back.
Anthony working hard up the ground, working in tandem with Tyne there. Fleet of foot, kicks to a dangerous spot. What do we got here? We got clean hands by Askey. No, that's AJ Dawson. Flying shot has just been sprayed to the right.
Great one-touch play from AJ Dawson.
Yeah,
it'd been nice to finish that one off.
Clean.
He wasn't in the best of positions to get that.
Clean as you like, Jack. A little bit muddy and sticky in the middle, but it's drying up nicely with this wind and sun on it. John, I think the footy's actually nice and grippy at the moment. So Emblem again. That one, the wind looks like it'll carry it out of bounds on the full, and the Magpies will get used to the footy.
Come inboard.
The wind
it's a
is
risk.
pushing most of the play out this side, isn't it? Here we go, Big Samson again. He doesn't get a run up here, he gets swamped.
And other Western Magpies happy to sort of play 50-50 football. Do they want to take the game on a bit? That's the question here. If they go down the line, are they being
It's risk versus reward, isn't it, Jack?
Yeah.
You back yourself to kick those inboard balls, and with the risk of them being chopped off and it's a goal. So
because they're in the game.
They are in the game. They're right in this. Oh, the Palm Beach player didn't have it. Umpire agrees. So there's a free kick here to Zach Harrison.
A little bit overzealous, Carl Reid, where he was.
Yeah.
But, the effort was right.
Can't fault the endeavour from the Magpies here. It's really good. And the scoreboard is by no means out of hand. We thought that first quarter when Palm Beach piled on 6 consecutive goals, but now it's 8 goals, 7.55, and the visitors, the Magpies, 4 goals, 2.26. So they're right into it. Harrison kicks to the pocket, and presenting well there looks like was Crow, the big man. Wheels onto the left, and lovely kick to in the Anthony direction, although that one, they've tightened things up down there on Anthony, and they've got players in the hole, although the exit kick has gone to Tyler Cornish there, so well done. Tyler Cornish, quick handball out to a runner in Munro, and he squeezed it in.
One for the 2009 boys there, too, up in the balcony.
I think he might have been part of that 2009 side, Gus Munro, as a youngster, Jack, and he's given a salute to the boys up on the top deck in the Taj Mahal, as we used to call it up there, the clubhouse, Sulk Oval.
He did, not so long ago.
So the big salute, and they responded up there. I think it'll get a bit more noisy as the afternoon goes on.
One thing I have noted, Dutch, is that the big boys for Western Magpies, Ryan and Dwyer, have sort of been doing a lot of work around the ground where Crow hasn't had to do as much. And that mark there in the half forward flank, a little bit fresher, because the Palm Beach backline is so good. He doesn't feel he has to go back as much. It might be a bit fresher.
The work rate of Dwyer and Samson Ryan has been a lot more. I see what you mean. Well spotted, Jack. That's why we've got you here, for these expert pointers, summations of what's happening out there.
What is that? Oh no, we've got a little man down here for the Western Magpies.
Yeah, just limping off with a bit of a leg injury there. So
doesn't look too good at all, does he?
So on will come Drew Mitchell, prime mover for the Magpies. So here we go again. Well done by Big Samson. Although Big Crowley, good sized midfielder, mops that one up for his team, and they have runners here, although they do well there. Dangerous handball inside. This is what you want to see though, Jack. They're taking it on up the middle here, the Maggies. Oh, they weren't clean though. They swamped, and we'll end up with a ball up here. Oh, yep, umpire was
deliberating slowly.
Lenient there.
Yeah, you just can't be too scared of that mud pot in the middle. You just got to sort of tack through it.
Yeah,
kick it over,
sticky in there at the moment, which is okay. So here we go. Quick kick forward. The Magpies need to answer here. The handball back to Lachlan Dennis. Here we go. They get hands again, although stopped in his tracks by a hulking tackle by Nick Crowley.
Dwyer, was it? Yeah. He's been in and around, Dwyer.
Modern, big size midfielder, Big Crowley, isn't he? The Cripps Fife type. So here we go. The Lions win out here. Handball puts Zach Harrison in the space, although bearing down was Anthony, so good grab there.
I think his presence was felt, but
yeah,
just knew he was a little bit far away.
Okay.
Gallagher's in half.
Gallagher.
Kicks left, wide, too wide, but
it's not the attacking stuff we were after, Jack.
Lonergan takes the mark, but he got something coming towards him.
Big Samson, the bench are calling, go to Big Samson. He whacks the hands on the hips and he says, what's wrong with kicking it to me? Here they go. So they decide to run it out with handballs. They go out to the far side, the Maggies. That's better, or they can't complete the mark. Now he's under pressure and he's just towed that out of bounds on the full. So you drop the mark, tow it on the full, and turn one mistake into two. So
Birds.
Big Jack
Yeah.
Goodall won't be happy with that effort. So now they're under pressure again, the Maggies. Is that man Burge?
Gave the ball off.
Here
Is
we
that
go.
Screech just quick kick off? And Jesse Derrick is
And
taking
while
a mark.
everyone's ball watching,
Centre half forward, a little bit left off.
Derrick's ran to the right spot, and Burge doesn't miss a target too often. So Jesse Derrick, normally a good set shot for goal. Moves in, he'll need to aim for the left goal post here, I'd think, Jack. So he's done that, but has he gone a little bit too left? He just a little bit too left, it was coming back. So let off there from the Magpies' mistake. They can't afford to be giving possession back to the Lions, so they need to complete those chains of play and get it inside their 50. So here we go. Restart from the Magpies. A little push out there, but play on's the call. Hack forward. See what they can do here. They run past the footy. Nice tackle. 1-2. That's got to be holding the ball. Play on. Umpire said he did get a handball to it. McNash hacks it forward, and that's gone out on the full. John McInash, I should
McCanch?
McCanch. We'll go with McCanch.
Saunders has got the ball back pocket for the Western Magpies. What has he got? Not a great deal. He wants to switch it, but I think he's going to go safety down the line, and he does so. Crode sets himself. Oh, it's a great
Wow, great contest there. Great contested mark there.
That's that man Lumbar pushed up the ground, is it?
Lumbar.
I think it is, yeah. Because Jesse Hample's come on the ground and he's gone a centre half forward for the Western Magpies.
So the big men fly there in the contest. They've got runners here. Carl Reed gets it out. The Maggies, there's 2-on-1, but Tyne was good. Gets it to Crode. Now they've got space. Jesse Derrick's got it in the middle. He takes them on. Great tackle. Oh,
you got to pay an umpire. Come on.
Play on's the call. He's given JD the benefit of the doubt. The Lions go forward.
Good
But the Magpies repel again.
Let's see something this time. Got a little bit of space. It's that out of Ethan Sivic.
Well done. Good clean dukes by Daniel Edwards there. They got the overlap here. No, but that trickles out of bounds. So
been out that side a few times, Dutch, and just wasted, gone really wide.
Yeah.
Throwing and chewing.
Haven't been able to complete things there, but
they're certainly in the game, and they've been attacking.
Well, John, I think we can summarise by saying we've got a great contest here, round 7 quaffle action here at Sulk Oval. The Western Magpies coming into this game very undermanned, very under strength. 4 of their prime movers out, taking it right up to the premiers. So it's great to see. We're looking forward to this second half. So the score reads 8 goals.
9-8.
9 goals, 8-62 with the sun bathing that scoreboard there. The Lions 62 ahead from the Magpies, 4 goals to 26. So looking forward to a cracking second half, John. And we'll be back shortly for the call.
Terrific. Right, welcome back to Sulk Oval, Palm Beach. The contest today, Palm Beach v Western Magpies, and we're looking at 9-8-62 Palm Beach to Western Magpies 4-2-26. And a red hot contest. Western Magpies probably didn't take most of the opportunities in that second quarter, latter part of the second quarter. A few forward entries that didn't get it, the goal reward. But for now, we'll go over to Dutchie with the scores around the grounds.
Around the grounds, Jack, we do have 3 other games going on. Up at Morningside, close tussle up there, 7-7-49. The Panthers level pegging with the Broadbeach Cats, 7-7-49. Up at Sandgate, at Lemke Road, the Sandgate 7 goals straight, 42. Just trailing Surfers Paradise, 9-7-61. And at Wilson Grange, the Labrador Tigers are just ahead in that contest, 6-5-41 to the Gorillas, 5-4-34. And we've begun action here for the third quarter at Sulk Oval between the ladder leaders, the Palm Beach Currumbin Lions, against the 6th place Western Magpies. And Jack, as you said, the Magpies have been lion-hearted here. They've given a great effort, and they're right in this contest. If they can continue this sort of effort for the next 2 quarters and tidy up a little bit of ball use, I think they'll be right in it. And who knows, we could have an upset. So ball is immediately out of bounds here on the commentary side wing. And we'll see the Lions, who scored all their goals bar 1 or 2 in that first quarter, kicking with the aid of this breeze again. So if the Magpies can stall their progress this quarter. That's a great tackle there by the 2 Western Magpies players.
Gang tackle in the end.
It was a gang tackle, and they received a free kick.
Okay, Dennis goes down the line, straight out of bounds on the floor. Didn't get much advantage out of that great tackle.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Jack, the scoring end has been to the end that the Lions are kicking to. So this is make or break for the Magpies. If they can hold them up and break even this quarter, they'll be fancy themselves to have a run at it in the last. So as we say that, the Lions flick it out to the far wing through McNevin, who's run up from the defence. There's a beautiful kick to his mate in Jesse Derrick. He doesn't let him down. Derrick looks inboard. New shaven, close cut haircut. So here he goes. JD, lovely kick. That one, Jack Anthony's just run underneath that. And there's appeals for a toe out of bounds for the Magpies players, but a ball in will ensue. So just a slowish start to this third term. Players warming back up, and we see the throw in. Austin up for the Magpies. A couple of quick handballs need to be clean here. Saunders, his kick smothered. There's a snap. Saunders tackles again. Well done. Magpies keep it in front of them. They're out now. Here they go. It's a scrubby kick. The big man in Samson Ryan grabs it clean and handballs out. But here we go. Oh, that's a good tackle there made on Tyler Cornish. And Tyler looks like, and it's given 50. I think a bit of a poke in the eye. He seemed to reach for his head there, but he's running away okay. But
this will bring Lumber into goal kicking distance, I think, too.
Might have just lost his footing there, Tyler Cornish, in the sticky mud there, and Brodie Lumber pounced, wrapped him up beautifully, pinned the arm, and then received 50. Just
gifted a
maybe
nice
40.
50. Yeah. Well, but if I can get this early in the quarter, that'll make things a little bit tighter.
Lumber's kicked 2 already. He'll fancy himself as he moves in deliberately. Lumber. It's a good low kick. Nobody's moved. They love it. That'll get the Magpies going for the second half. 1 against the breeze.
Get them up and about. That was a great kick.
So the wrapping up tackle, which dispossessed one of the Palm Beach prime movers in Tyler Cornish, and then the 50 metres and the shot on goal. So the play was all Brodie Lumber there, created that and finished it. So well done.
Against the run of play to a degree.
The big Jack Austin in the middle there, doing the ruck work at the start of this third term for the Magpies, up against the experienced Crode, former Southport Shark. There's a few of them here at the Lions. So here we go. Austin versus Crow, the big man fly. Crow gets his hands, easily wins that one down to Tyne. Tyne, lovely user, but good fist there from Luca Winton. Just getting on top slightly in this contest with Anthony. So the Lions are coming back again. They do the little hit up kick to Tyne. And Thomas Tyne takes his time, surveys his options and does well. Waits for one to present, and it's Jesse Derrick, and the coaching staff and the Magpies are not happy with that, crying out. Should have plugged up that hole, he says. So Jesse Derrick had a couple of shots today, hasn't, I don't think, got on the score sheet yet. So here we go. Derrick from 40 metres out, directly in front, shouldn't be a problem. Derrick moves in, they like it off the boot. There was an early, and that's the goal.
Yeah, that was a great kick from Tyne, wasn't it? He's had a couple of nice touches in that last bit of play.
Yeah, you're right. He's a smooth user.
Jack Anthony did scream there. Oh, he was one-on-one. He was demanding the ball. It was good use from Tyne there, just a spot.
He just held the footy up, Tommy Tyne there. He didn't rush it. He waited for a bit of movement, and as soon as that little space opened up, he found Jesse Derrick. So good connection there. So a goal apiece, Jack, in the third term here. The battle continues. It's just that start of the first quarter that's been the difference with the Lions ahead. So here we go. They go forward again, Palm Beach, and that's really well protected. The drop zone there by Jack Anthony ends up taking it high in the chest. And Luca Winton, who's done a good job for a quarter and a half on, I'd have to say, on Anthony.
He certainly has.
But couldn't do much about that.
And delivery, once again, that's the thing that Magpies have to stop, Dutchy, is to stem that bleeding from the centre square bounce.
Yeah.
Such a small ground, you just got to stimulate when the opposing team's got the breeze.
Jack Anthony never gave it a chance off the boot, and it's just snuck in from behind. So a let off there from the Maggies. We won't want to let the Lions get on too much of a roll here with this breeze, so they need to stay within 4 or 5 goals with the last quarter. So here we go. Cale Reid just runs past that one. So contested footy to win here. Well wrapped up there by the number 41 for the Lions, the young Curtis Marsden. Suns Academy product. So here we go. Crow does that well. Gets it out. Magpies win the footy, but gang tackle there by Tyne and Crow. So Thomas Tyne's work rate's been right up at the start of his third term. Jack, I think he's been a standout.
Yeah, he has. Dutch. Crow arguing with the umpire there, or Western Magpies player. Boundary throw in.
Big Samson, my boy's back in the ruck. I like that. And troubles Crow immediately. The bigger man, Samson, wins out there. Cale Reid at the bottom of that pack. Cornish in there as well, in and under as he is. Does some great tackling work. So the Magpies do have the loose defender back, John. That's number 26 in Harry Marshall. They're backing Marshall to fill that hole there. So here we go. Magpies got the run of this one. Strong work there by Jack Goodall. Takes the pressure on with him, and we'll receive another restart.
Okay, ball goes up in the wing there. Tap from the big fella, Ryan. Straight down the Palm Beach player. Well, plenty there. Anthony, good mark, solid mark.
Protected the ball drop again against Winton. So quick kick in. Good double fister there, Magpies. They need to be clean here. Highland's under he's under pressure. Mitchell runs past it. Oh, he just waltzed through there. A couple of Magpies defenders. That was...
Screech. Just screeched through there.
He did. The tyres screeched as he went through.
Well, I don't think they screeched at all, actually. They just found nice solid dirt and he just stepped around one.
And just whipped that around the corner, didn't he? And
just the ability to hold that ball out and to be able to step around.
Big,
nice.
And Highlands just didn't realise the pressure was coming and dispossessed.
Whether the call came from a teammate, yes. Didn't seem to have the...
Didn't need another opportunity. He capitalised there. So here we go. I like Big Samson Ryan back in the middle and continuing to get his hand on this first. He goes up against Crow. Crow does well though. Gets that one to Tyler Cornish, hacks it forward, torpedo type kick. Ball goes to the ground. Need to be clean here. Handball comes out by the Magpies. Anthony ends up on the end of it. McInash gets a handball out, and Palm Beach just piling on a couple of quick ones here. Is that AJ Dawson, that man again, Jack?
It certainly is.
I think it is.
Johnny on the spot. Some good handball use there from the Palm Beach lines. Just worked, and the Western Magpies, without saying it again, they just can't afford to let those quick handballs and that quick centre brace come out, especially with that breeze. The breeze seems to straighten up a little bit, that breeze too.
It's definitely favouring this end that we're at, Jack. And what we're seeing, the last couple of entries have been defended by the Magpies. They've come to ground, but Palm Beach's smalls have scooped them up and finished beautifully. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They do have the extra now at Saunders, the Magpies.
They did. But the Magpies had 6 back, and Palmy only had the 5, so been penalised for that, Palmy. Big Samson Ryan has got the kick out of the goal, out of the centre square.
Oh, just had enough on it, the big fella. So well done. They turn one way, come back the other, and Carl Reid just couldn't get the bounce to go his way there. So the Palm Beach hack it out to the wing. Could be deliberate. No, the umpire decides to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it was a kick lateral, straight out of bounds to relieve the pressure. So you've seen them paid at AFL level, Jack, quite regularly.
Yeah.
Your man, the boundary umpire's fixed up his row beautifully. He's got nice height in that. So here we go, Tyne. Started the quarter well. Handball back, Burge has been busy all day. Kicked it just on the 50-metre arc. Great by McInash there. Protected the ball well. He's just outside 50. He's going to launch. It's a nice long kick. It's the top of the goal square and just goes over the line for one behind.
A bit of a nothing kick from McCanch there. He just needed to make
the work on pronunciation of McCanch. They called him McInash.
I'm happy to go with either, Dutch.
I might leave him with you.
Yeah. If you don't know your own ability, how far you can kick a ball there, and that type of kick there where there's nobody in the square, it's a bit of a nothing kick if you can't make the distance. So Magpies have got the range over to Gallagher in the back pocket. Not a lot of space to work with.
Isn't he, Jack? He's hemmed in here. See what they do. He goes up the line. Big fellas get under it. So good roving. There's trouble now though. It's Jordan Gribble was strong over the contest there. Well done. He didn't give that footy up. There was a couple of Magpies lurking. So well done by the youngster. And Jesse Derrick, his more senior player, gives him a pat on the back. So here they go. Big Ryan gets his hand on it. The Tyne's been busy this quarter. So here we go. Winton now. See if they can get some space. They do. It's a lovely attacking ball. Goodall. No Highlands, I might say. That kick smothered, or they gets another crack at it. He butters up again with a handball. They're just a bit scrappy. They've come out a bit scrappy, the Magpies, and they're being made to pay.
Burge on the wing.
Because Palm Beach ball use is elite, and we're seeing that at the moment. There we go again, no exception. Derek. That one's turned over. Saunders will have to be good here. He's swamped. Blind turn. The umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt, and they'll have a ball up. So you just don't want to continually turn the footy over against Palm Beach, Jack, because it comes back the other way awfully quick and generally finds a forward.
Even when they haven't had to be that fast off the mark, Palm Beach still do it, still in that practice of getting that quick handball to a man at full pace, and you just break the line so easily.
Yeah. No, they're excellent team by hand, aren't they? And they clear those stoppages so well. And on a small ground, can score very quickly. Samson Ryan, again, another stat for the youngster. Just pumps it up the line. Palm Beach player was tackled without it, and the ball will be coming back. We just don't want this to get any more out of hand, the Magpies. The deficit's crept up to 50 points now, so Derek turns him inside out, has a bounce. He'll square this one though. He actually, I think he deliberately was thinking about top of the goal square, come off the side of the boot. You think he was having a shot, Jack?
I think you've given him the benefit of the doubt, Dutchy, and good on you. A bit diplomatic call.
Very unselfish type, but it did look like he was having a shot, so here we go.
Okay.
This could prove costly there.
Chance to
Crawford
Crowley.
has to be good here, make up for that. The kick put him under pressure. Here we go, the Lions are going to come in, have another shot, although good tackle pressure there. That was by Lachlan Dennis.
Okay,
Another forward entry. Winton, good fist. Jaden Gallagher's been busy. They've been under the pump, the Magpies defenders. But man in front, not paid. Play on's the call. They run this one out. Again, another missed kick. Angus Munro's on the end of this. He beats his man in the one-on-one, pumps it back in. Winton bodies him out of it.
Well, good pick up by the Magpie
Well
player.
Gallagher again.
Yeah. He's good on the toe, isn't he?
Yeah, this next kick's proved to be the problem. Daniel Edwards, can he hit a target? He does. Need to create some scoreboard pressure, the Magpies, because this margin's getting away from them.
He got out there in the half-forward flank.
See what he's got in mind. He brings it inboard, although it's not a great kick. Goes to ground. Just a bit scrappy again, the Maggies with ball in hand. So we'll have a stoppage, but it's up their end.
As you
See
say,
what they can mount.
that's that last entry into that 50 metre zone. It just seemed to be turning it over a little. It's that scoreboard pressure, physical pressure of the Palm Beach players.
Palm Beach have been dominant this quarter, and the inside 50 count must be 12-1, I reckon. So here we go. Palm Beach run it. They slingshot out of the back line. Tynes been super busy. Here he goes, gets the 1-2. And Hacken kick forward, dangerous. Ball comes to ground. They'll need to be clean. They'll need to run this out. Saunders has his hands on it. Gallagher's in there as well. And the Magpies, well, good pressure by Gallagher there, and he forced the free kick as he trapped that footy underneath the big fella for the Lions in Crowd. So chipping ball to the pocket. Hemmed in here. This will need to be neat and tidy. It is. Big Jack Goodall cries it to go. There's a couple inboard there. Gareth Crawford's been very good this afternoon. He's kicked to a one-on-one. Plans the call. Emblem was good there. Stephen Tyne. Pressure comes now. Magpies ball in hand. This will be a ball up. So that was a better exit out of the back line there for the Magpies. Just
Nice, short and sharp.
broke down along the wing there.
The ball goes up again. Lonergan over the ball, tapped out by Western Magpies. 50-50, might get a free kick there, no. Austin, good handball
Good
out.
below the knees for a big man, well done. That was good hands as well, Saunders. Okay, here they go, they switch. They've got a 2-on-1 out here, the Magpies. They'll still need to be neat. They've got a player overlap if they can see him. Yeah, they do now. So well done. Good voice there from Lachlan Dennis. Demanded that ball. Okay. So they're finding it hard into this breeze, which has stiffened, John. I think it's gone up a notch. So
Jack Goodall, he's had his hands on it a bit. Kicks the wing. Coming inboard now. Who have they got?
that's a lovely kick. Like that one. Into the sticky wicket area. So now we have Cade Scott, the other debutant today. Does well there. Cale Reid has the ball now. Too far out to score, so he pumps it long and high. Top of the goal square, dangerous kick. The big fellas go up. Saunders is at the feet. Couple of scrappy efforts there. Tackles popped out of the pack. Magpies on the end of it. Hacking kick forward. Who can be clean? Can they get this out? That's just kicked off the ground, but it's coming back in. Magpies are set up well.
Fancies himself.
Again, I think he's just a few metres too far
Daniel
out, Jack.
Edwards. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good kick from there. He's certainly gone about as if he's a good chance. And do they need it? They absolutely need it.
Deliberate approach, John. He's definitely having a ping. So here he goes. He moves in. He'll have to kick it from 50 into the breeze. So launches. Just going to fall short. And fly. There's a fist on the line, and it's just tapped over the line there for one behind. So So the Magpies just with a little bit of possession here, enjoying a little bit of possession and forward territory. So here we go, it's coming back in. So the kick in goes straight to a Western Magpies player. They go in board, the attacking kick to Crawford. He's been good for his team today. Needed to stand up with a couple of his senior players out of the side. So that was a good effort.
And he's paying it.
He's rewarding it. Well done.
A good kick to advantage from Crawford. He's probably had the toughest job of the day on Burge, man on man. But he's done some good stuff for the Magpies.
Yeah, he has. He's
and
stood
they
right
expect
up.
it from him too, I'm
Four
sure.
of your best midfield out, including an AFL standard player in Clay Beans. He has stood right up for his side, so taken the bulk of the load today. So here we go. Magpies, they'll need to get one on the board here to give themselves, feel good about themselves. It's a good kick into the breeze, so well done. That's their second for the quarter into this breeze. They'll go to 6-2-38. 6-3-39, Jack has been the correction. So we see the scoreboard read now, Palm Beach 12-10-82 ahead in this contest by a handy 7 goals, 6-3-39 to the Magpies. So
Looking for a centre break again for the Western Magpies here. Just, they can get 2 in a row, just puts that little bit of pressure back on lines.
I liked how the Magpies came in board a couple of times there. That chipping ball, they changed lanes, they came inside, and it opened up the leading patterns for their forwards. So here we go, Big Dwyer having go in the ruck, and there's that man we've been impressed with, Crawford. Let's see what he can do by foot. Gives his man a chance, although the pressure was good from Palm Beach. He comes out, they'll go back in again, they'll have to be quick.
Good kick.
That's a snap
very nice
type
kick
pass.
to Ethan Sivic.
Sivic.
He goes long, it's over the head of Austin, sorry. And what has happened there? Palm Beach kick.
Free kick. Over the shoulder.
Number 87 in Jordan Gribble goes cross court.
Hasn't looked out of place, Gribble. He's done a few nice things.
He has, he's had his hands on a bit.
It's hard coming into a star-studded lineup to stand out, John, but he's sure he's got his role and he's doing it well. Oh, 50-metre penalty here.
Given that against Crode for
Carl
encroaching.
Reid. They didn't move out of the area quick enough. The umpire warned them, and Crode's got the hands on hips, and he goes, well, what more could I do?
I think he's saying he's following his man through, which you can do, but I think the man had already gone through before the umpire saw
A bit of
the
loose
event.
checking there too from the lines. They're all arguing with the decision, and we have the number 19 unattended, Macaulay Lonergan. Macaulay Lonergan's going to have a shot from 20 metres out straight in front. Really needs to just drill this one and get his team moving. Here we go, Macaulay. He's gone from the long run up.
Dennis Lilly style.
Straight into the breeze.
And
He's just snuck it in. Well done. It was a tricky little distance.
It's like that 3-foot putt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Downhill.
You never put it in the book till it's through.
No,
So well done. The
Very much
last 2 goals for all the Western Magpies. They've just when it looked like the Lions were going to put the foot on the gas, Jack, the Magpies have responded and linked a couple of good goals together, aided by the 50-metre penalty there to Carl
certainly
Reid.
helped. A couple of pivotal touches to Crawford out of the centre. Sivic on the wing, little switch there, and all of a sudden
They
there's
can just chip away at this, Jack. They'll have that strong breeze over the shoulder in the last quarter for some momentum. Not that does everything for you, but
no.
mentally it's a good thing to have, and it can put teams under the pump. So here we go again. That was Drew Mitchell. Puts it forward. Good contest by the forwards. Snapping ball and across the face. Just the one behind.
From Lumber. That was good work from Mitchell out of the wing there.
Lumber's been good. Magpies continuing to enjoy a good last 10 minutes. Here we go.
Boundary
We
throw
just
in.
get word, Jack, that we didn't win the raffle.
Yeah,
The young
it's
lady
quite disappointing.
doing
What
a
was
great job.
up for grabs today, Dutch? I didn't quite catch the
I
prize.
wasn't sure what I forked out for, mate, but
Porterhouse.
normally a meat
Rack of
tray or a
lamb.
bottle of bourbon. So here we go. Contest is won by Palm Beach there on the far wing. big man fly.
McCann's
Fist,
got it.
ball comes to ground. The Lions are fleet of foot. They get it out. There's that handball out. And Anthony's running back with a flight of it. Good contest, but they're saying front on contact there, which probably is the rule to the letter of the law, isn't it? But looking into the sun there, running back with the flight of it, Anthony, was great effort. And Luca Winton did what he was supposed to do, but made contact front on. So
if you look at it just outside the letter of the law, it's just a good contest between two players.
Jack Anthony's had a sighter from here earlier, Jack, and he kicked it, split the middle beautifully. So let's see how he goes. Straight over the footy, always good purchase, and he's done exactly the same thing. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. That's a lovely kick.
I think his kicking action's better from that spot, Dutch, than any other place in the forward 50 arc.
Hard to argue with that summation, John. And I believe that would be number 5 for Jack after
I believe you
4 in the first. He's been well held by Winton.
He's certainly done the job on him back there since that first 20 minutes of the first quarter.
Yeah.
Just broke a little bit of that pressure that the Western Magpies had put on Palmy that last 5 to 10 minutes with some good play. See what Samson Ryan can serve up there against the big fella in Crode for Palm Beach. Up he goes.
So Ryan and Crode. Crode does well. Gets his hand to that one and gets it moving for his team. AJ Dawson clean below the knees. Gets a nice little handball back to his runners. That ball's kicked in by Crowley. And our man Jack Anthony has no problem with that. The ball was kicked beautifully weighted to the grass, and Jack just got that half a step in front of his opponent. So Winton scratching the heads, going, well, I've done so well for the last half an hour, and now he's had 2 shots on goal.
Just got a little bit blindsided by that contest in front of them. They had to go around where.
Let's see if your theory from the other side is his favourite side, Jack, if that's correct. So Anthony comes in. I'm pretty sure he'll be good from this side too. He kicks it and sneaks that one. Not as convincing, but it was a lovely kick. So
not as convincing, you're right. He didn't lean back on that one a little bit rather than kick through it from the other side.
That's a half dozen now for Anthony as we get towards the closing stages of the third quarter, the 26-minute mark. We did say he averages 6 a game. Well, he's got his 6 now, Jack, and still has a quarter and a bit to go. So
does that mean he can put the feet up a little bit, Dutch? Or theoretically, no.
Theoretically, no. I wouldn't have thought. If you're a true forward, you've always got your hand out, Jack, for more.
Take what you get.
The next milestone might be double figures, and then maybe a baker's dozen after that. So here we go. Big Samson needs to get up. Crode's got on top there in the last couple of clearances. And that was good by Drew Mitchell, although the handball went to grass. So here we go. AJ Dawson's been superb every time the ball's come his way. Just doesn't seem to fumble.
He hasn't fumbled today that I've seen.
Hasn't fumbled at all. So that's a good kick again to Anthony. But good pressure there by Winton. Well done. He wins that one-on-one. And Anthony saw he's writhing in pain on the ground like he's rolled an ankle or hurt something. Hope he's all right. Here we go.
It's not the ribs.
That was young Gribble, got the handball out to Tyne, squares it up, and it looks like big Nick Crowley. And Jack Anthony that's not a good side if you're a Palm Beach man, because
you'd think we probably need some sort of assistance there with the trainers to get over.
Sure, they'll be over there. He landed awkwardly. Luca Winton made a strong spoil, and they both landed. Anthony, we'll see what comes out of that, but Crowley hasn't kicked that on target, so that's a behind, and I think that might be the last we'll see of Jack today, just as we mentioned he's kicked 6 goals.
The kick held up a little bit, so he just had to wait a little bit, and Winton, Luca just had a bit of a climb on him, whether that damage was there or when it was Anthony hit the ground, when he hit the ground.
Well, they haven't called for a stretcher, which is good. He's limping away, but by no means does he look like a man that can continue to play. So I think they'll
just send him off the boundary line.
He's starting to limp his way off, which is a good sign. Slowly breaking into a canter, Jack.
A bit of a silence fall over.
Maybe he has done his work. You can put the cue in the back now, John.
I hope I didn't put the mockers on him there with that question.
The margin now, 49 points. I don't think we'll see him again. So
Gallagher from
Gallagher. It's been good. The big left footer. Pumps that one up the line. Here we go. So they're off now, the Magpies. Is that kicking board, that attacking kick? They look good when they do that.
Big lumber.
Well done. Big
Straight up the
lumber.
line.
It's been their best forward today. Oh, there's been a slip. Slip at a crucial time. So McNevin takes an uncontested mark. Wheels out and swings wide and switches play as he does so often. And that one is just fisted out of bounds. So
Islands.
it's another,
Yeah, you got to have the right footwear, Dutch. It's crucial,
another Palm
especially
Beach.
right at the end.
Yeah. Another Palm Beach player limping off as well. It looks like one of the Harrison boys, perhaps number 23, Jed Harrison. So a couple of their big men just a little bit ginger at the moment, and they might be down to 20 for this last quarter. And the Magpies, again, gallant that turn, you'd have to say, but their disposal let them down at times and opened the door for Palm Beach to send a flurry of ball inside their forward 50, and it showed on the scoreboard because the Lions are now 14 goals 11-95 ahead in this contest to the Magpies 7-4-46. And John will break for the final time today and be back for the final turn here at Sulk Oval.
Welcome back to Sulk Oval, 3/4 time. The Lions up 14-11, 95 to Western Magpies 7-4-46. And the Western Magpies had their chances again, once again in that third quarter. A little bit of turnover deep in the 50, but they had a 10-minute period in their middle part of the quarter where they did dominate and caught a couple of 2 or 3 goals in a row. And had the Lions under a little bit of pressure, but the Lions just had a few breaks and made the most of it.
And look, Jack, the Magpies came, it was a big assignment to come down here with 4 of their best players out. I think they've been gallant, and we want to see them continue this effort through the last quarter. And they have got the 8 of the breeze, so if they can break even and win this quarter, I think they'd go away quite content. Now, around the grounds, up at Morningside, the home side Morningside 11-7-73 ahead of Broadbeach Cats 8-7-55. Sandgate at their home ground a 9-1-55, just trailing Surfers Paradise 11-11-77, and also in Brisbane, Wilson Grange 6-8-44, just trailing the Labrador Tigers 9-9-63. So they're the other 3 games of Quaffle footy today. And we get back to here at Sulk Oval for this last quarter, and here we go. The Western Magpies get first touch, first use of the ball. That man, the number 3, Gareth Crawford's been excellent all day for them. They continue to go forward. Carl Reed's come into the game as well.
Highlands.
One-on-one. Highlands wins that one-on-one marking contest. Fantastic. This ball's going inside 50. Big Dwyer. 1-2. Had the first bite, not the second. Austin. Handball. Saunders gets on the end of this. Tackle was good. They're under pressure now. They've got to be clean. Palm Beach in. They swoop. And the opportunity's gone. So
Lonergan wrapped up.
Yeah, I thought Austin there, the big number 1, might have just hooked that over the shoulder, but he heard the call and the handball went to the grass. So play on now. Dangerous spot still though. They might get a shot out of this, the Magpies.
They're able to get the handball out, Dutch, but not able to get a man with a little bit of room as it goes over to the boundary line. On the 50-metre line forward, far east, far side for the Western Magpies. What can they do here?
Certainly the sort of club, the Magpies, that will fight to the end. They're not going to put the cue in the rack at all, so they're going to continue to fight, see if they can clean up that disposal and create some more scoring opportunities with this breeze over the shoulder. So this time Palm Beach win out of that stoppage, although they repel well, the Magpies. Chain of handballs, well done. Oh, did well, courageously sat under that footy. Curtis Marston, the young fella, well done. Knew the pressure was coming and got crunched and straight back to his feet. So, well done, Marston. Goes out to Stevie Tyne. Switches out to McNevin. They've got a spare, an overlap. Well done. Gribble has to be clean. Gets it on the second bite. That's a lovely kick. His man doesn't have to break stride. Angus Munro. Although that one's touched off the boot. So the Magpies with the ball in hand now. They swing it back. Handball, not sure he's the man you want kicking the footy, the big Samson Ryan, but he does enough to get it to his teammate. They come in board. Highlands has started the quarter well. That one's spoiled well. Palm Beach get the run of it now through Tyne again. They whip it out to the far side. Well done. He takes on his man. He turns him inside out. Has a shot at goal. Anthony uses his body, but good spoil there by Riley Green.
What have we got down there? Jesse Derrick is at full forward. Oh no, is it Jackson Emblem? I think it was. No.
That's Jesse Derrick. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we won't.
Yeah.
I doubt we'll see Jack Anthony again this afternoon, Jack, as he went down on that leg earlier. So.
Another contest there. Magpies come out, quick handball with a big fella. Samson Ryan knocks it
done.
on.
That was intelligent. He tapped it on for his little on-baller. So here we go. This kick needs to be good. It's dangerous. McNevin gets one hand on it. Gareth Crawford's in there battling away for his side. And free kick to Palm Beach. They play the advantage. They move quickly through Cornish. And Crowley kicks the space. Kicks out in front of Derrick. Playing as a key forward now. The Magpies end up with the ball and they whip it out to the near side in front of the Taj there, the 2009 Premiership Palm Beach team.
Mitchell, lovely mark.
Enjoying
Back flank.
watching their fellow current day team ahead in this contest. So here we go. Austin does well to create a contest. Hands come out though, Tyler Cornish. They go inboard, they come back. Burge, who had an amazing first half. Can't say he's gone out of the contest, but he hasn't been as dominant. Here we go, that one's whipped out to Tyne. He'll have a shot on goal, and they like it. So good finish there.
Just put
from
himself
Thomas Tyne.
Put himself in a good position to take that handball, and good finish.
Yeah, and it was a good attacking handball inside there, wasn't it?
Yeah, they just seem to have so many players at the lines that have that ability to be able to step around an opponent at speed.
Yeah, agile running types.
Yes.
Almost a team of midfielders, aren't they, Jack?
That's right.
Even your Crowleys and your key position guys can play midfield.
Crowley, a bigger style of play. Still very quick on his feet. Surprisingly agile.
So we saw Anthony come off. The other one what we thought was limping around a little bit was the Harrison boy, Jed Harrison. Not sure if he's out there either. So
I don't think
the rotations might be a little bit thin now for the Lions. The guys will have to stay out there. So
fortunate bounce there. For the ball
Zach Harrison has this one now. He's swamped upon by 3 Magpies.
Zach Harrison.
And
Throw it up umpire.
Screech.
That'll get him looking.
Screeching there, a bit of push and shove. So here we go. Crode and Big Samson go at it. Magpies go forward. What's going to happen here? Great hands. Worked his way to the front spot in Jack Austin.
Just got the better of McNevin there. Screech is a little bit unhappy.
See a bit of argy-bargy in front of the commentary position. As we'll turn our attention to Jack Austin, who is deliberately walking forward towards the goals. Needs to get this one for his team. Left foot. That's a lovely looking kick.
Around him.
On Jack Austin. Well-timed lead. Just worked his way to the front of McNevin and took it on the chest and finished beautifully on the left boot. So good answer back there from the Magpies as the boys dust themselves off from the boundary line. A few jumpers a little bit stretched.
Bit hard to tear your eyes away from
nothing too untoward, Jack.
The physical contest to the ball. But it was a good little kick forward to Jack Austin's advantage there. McNevin hasn't been beaten much one-on-one today, but that was one of the ones.
Hard one to beat one-on-one, McNevin. He's got those go-go gadget arms that come out from nowhere and spoil the footy. So well done, Jack Austin.
Samson Ryan knocked out the centre, doesn't go to advantage of the Western Magpies. Crode has got it now, quick handball out to Crowley. In turn, back to Crode.
Good follow-up work from the ruckman.
Doesn't use that right foot that much, and that probably looks quite out in the full from him as a result.
You wouldn't expect most ruckmen to be too proficient on the opposite side, John.
Why he was taking the handball out that side, I don't know. But anyhow, that's a small detail.
That's a well-weighted kick to Macaulay Lonergan, who gets it down to his runners. Couldn't complete the mark, so the ball goes out of bounds there. So can't say the sting's gone out of this contest because the Magpies are still cracking in and Palm Beach can't quite take the foot off the gas just yet. So they're doing enough, but still a really good contest. So here we go, the big men go up. And Jed Harrison is back out there, the man that limped off early, which is a good sign for the Lions.
Need the binoculars on, not easy to see there.
Tackled without it for the Magpies, but umpire lets that one go and we have another stoppage in front of the Palm Beach Currumbin Sports Club.
Bit of dappled sunlight from this grandstand.
Yes.
Anyhow,
magnificent winter's Gold Coast day again, John.
Yeah.
A little bit of breeze, but great conditions for footy as a snapping shot will go out on the full there. So the Magpies will reload. You'd assume they'll try and switch this and stretch the ground, and they do. They go out to the open side
Crawford, good handball.
Crawford,
So Mitchell,
busy
isn't it?
mad,
Yeah,
Crawford,
beautiful.
Mitchell. And that's the part they couldn't get right. So they'll rebound here through Marsden, the Lions. Chipping little ball.
Jesse Derrick, lovely mark.
Jesse Derrick's presenting well out of the key forward post, isn't he, Jack? And sometimes these little opportunities where you put players out of position just to see how they go can be invaluable come finals time, and you know you have that up your sleeve.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't be the first time he's played out of full forward in his long, illustrious career.
So, no, we used to see him on the wing or midfield or halfback, so that's a nice attacking kick to the top of the square. Let's see what can happen here. The Magpies will need to mop this up. Or there's a flying shot and it's hit the woodwork. Slammed into the woodwork, Jack. Look at it rock.
It was that
rocking more than
Stephen Tyne.
The Dane Rampy
Yeah.
post the other night. It was rocking similar to that fashion.
How you can get away with that, Dutchy, I don't know.
I'm not sure what was going on there.
Got a little bit of the zany type of character, you think, Rampy?
Yeah, he's a little bit off centre, isn't he?
There's no doubt about it. He looks like he's a little bit off
Doesn't
centre.
like sporting the mustachio. So here we go. The Magpies. Let's see what they can mount.
Comes inboard.
Well done.
Gallagher to Crawford.
Is that busy Crawford again? Oh, that's wrapped up in the tackle. So
Dwyer just didn't see him, didn't have the peripheral vision going.
Brockaski, good forward pressure there. He's in the side for that. He clean by skills, but that forward pressure role he has, and he does it very well. So well done. Gives it to Burge. Smooth user. That's a kick out to the advantage of his forward, and doesn't let him down. So it'll be shot from this tricky pocket into the breeze.
The good thing about it is it's directly into the breeze there for Tyne.
Stevie Tyne.
He's been prominent through the day.
Come into the side today, Jack. One of the changes
is that back from injury?
Back
or
from injury, I believe. Right. Yeah, normally he's slotted straight into the first 18. So back from injury, Tyne walks in onto the left boot. It's gone left to right. He's manoeuvred that beautifully. That kick,
ways, I think,
it went left then right, and then maybe left again. So
good finish.
A tough kick in these conditions with the wind coming straight at you.
So we need a little bit of Western Magpie centre break work here. Mitchell comes off. The on ball is having a bit of a switch over.
Well, they've been gallant, the Magpies, and we just want to see them fight this out and break even here. A couple of thrusts.
Dwyer will go up against Jed Harrison. Let's see if we can get something moving along for the Magpies.
We've got a lot to work with the Magpies. Like I said, 4 of their prime movers out today, some AFL quality. Another one on top of that 4 is Harwood, who hasn't played this year, I don't believe, and he's one of the best midfielders in the comp. So if they can get them all up and running, they'll trouble a lot of sides, John.
Oh, a bit of indecision there from the Magpies man.
Kale Reid, just a kick.
Just a forward
there,
kick.
Was it?
Forward quick kick.
It's a little dinky 8-metre kick that.
Perhaps looking for Fletcher. We'll give him that there that didn't quite work for him. All right, that boundary thrown right on the 50-metre line in front of our commentary box. And Jed Harrison up. Nice little tap Crawford to advantage. Quick handball back.
Gets that quick on the ball. Gives his forwards a chance. They fly. Ball hits the ground. McNevin will have to be good. He's under pressure. That could be holding the ball. Umpire was left with no option but to play that holding the ball. He spun and had a quick look, McNevin, but there was no one there to handball to, and the pressure came and got wrapped up. So this is Jack Austin's had a shot from exactly this position before, John, so you'd imagine
just 5 minutes
he
inboard.
would just lean into this one and get it on its way onto the left boot and make McNevin pay for that error.
I'm going to back him in. The way he slotted that last one, I'm backing him. I won't put the mockers on him at all.
I love watching left footers. Here we go. Yeah, well done.
A nice casual style, but left footer.
Like I said, the left footer's just poetry in motion, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a nice, easy drop and a glide. A glide onto the boot. So
good. That was a
good answer back there by the Magpies. It was a scrappy type foray forward with a couple of chippy type kicks from Reid. and just forced a contest there. McNevin mopped up and was swamped in a good tackle by Austin. So
A bit of good handball work from Reed and Crawford. That's a little bit of a contest. Back in the middle again.
who we got in the middle, Jack?
Jed
Harrison and Dwyer. Dwyer with the advantage there, the more regular ruckman. So, but as we say that, Palm Beach get the clearing kick forward, and Jaden Gallagher
He's
in
been
there
good
fighting
today.
hard. He's a really straight ahead defender, isn't he?
Responsibility
He's got the
kicking out
nice-
as well as he had
nice
plenty of other ball.
Stocky hips and run straight at the footy. You like to see.
Low centre of gravity.
And from a Palm Beach point of view, John, who have you been? Who's done the damage? I know Burge's first half
well,
was prolific.
Yes.
Who else can we throw in there, mate?
Tyne, I think you can throw
Tyne.
Tyne in the forward line.
Yeah,
Dawson in and out. It's been nobody's
Tyne
dominated all day.
Probably the Thomas variety, number 28 of the Times, maybe the pick.
Yeah. It's Jesse Derrick, he'd have to throw in there. He's been, for a veteran, he's been terrific.
Jesse's been fantastic, you're right.
Probably as fit as I've seen him for quite some time too.
AJ Dawson's been, hasn't had big numbers, but has been a class above every time he's
everything
got
he's
it.
done. You're talking about Crowley, I suppose.
He's been another one of those ones that's been instrumental with those clearances. So, yeah, it's hard to find a weak link, isn't it? And then you throw a few youngsters that come in, Marsden and the young Gribble has come in and they just play their role. So here we go. Gareth Crawford's been good all day, but he's turned that one over to his opposing player in Tyler Cornish.
He's taking his time with the kick inside 50.
2009 Premiership boys starting to break into a bit of song, John, as the afternoon wears on.
Do you think our man from the commentary box would be in good fettle still?
Yeah. It's a shame we can't get a microphone up to Matthew Carroll. Here we go. This looks like an open goal, and on the check side by the big ruckman Crode.
I'm not totally convinced he's done anything good with that. He hasn't. Bit of talk amongst the umpires as to what may have occurred regarding point or goal.
Everyone seemed to stop, John, and Crode waltzed in, tried to banana it, and looks like it's just shaved the inside of the post.
I wonder why he didn't go on his right foot, Dutch.
We saw it earlier.
Okay, the ball hits the deck. Oh, great twist there from Jed Harrison. Kicks inboard to Magpies player.
Magpies are set up well. Here they go. They'll run it out with hands now. Luca Winton. That's a good attacking kick. If this gets over the back, they're a chance. They're off to the races. It's a foot race. Well done there.
Daniel Edwards.
Daniel Edwards maintains possession, but the cavalry arrive for Palm Beach and force it out of bounds. So I like that good long, flat attacking kick that gets over the back. And
yeah, they've had a fair bit of it all day, but just haven't been able to take advantage as much as they'd like, I'm sure. Because it goes out of bounds again. Forced over by William
another
Fletcher.
ball in front of those big picturesque gum trees. Synonymous at Sulk Oval, John.
I've done a bit of commentary from over amongst the trees there. It's quite hard to get your head around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking into the sun. So here we go. That is holding the footy, I believe. Didn't get his boot to that young Tyne. So good tackle there. And we'll see the ball inside 50 entry here for the Maggies. Let's see what they can do. Is there space? Highland starts to go. Austin's been dangerous. Next kick's important from the big fella, Samson Ryan. He's going to lope forward. Nice kick to the top of the goal square. Austin! Oh, just bobbled out of the hands. And play on's the call. Palm Beach will have to be clean here. Although Big Samson gets it again. He runs around one. Gets the handball,
Quick
snap
handball.
over the shoulders required. And it's slammed into the woodwork.
Made it work, Lonergan. Isn't it, Johnny on the spot? I tell you what, Samson Ryan, eyes open right
I
up
had
there.
visions of Justin Madden galloping away from Sean Wren there.
Actually, you're quite right. That's You're right on the money there. Daniel Edwards takes a mark, 50 metres out, goes inboard.
Here we go.
Saunders on the touch.
over the shoulder. So they're peppering the Magpies. Like we mentioned, they're not a team or a club that's going to lay down. They're going to fight this one out, and they've got a bit of play here. A couple of repeat forward 50 entries. So McNevin, what can he do? No stranger to the kicking duties. Kicks it out wide, and well done there by Daniel Edwards.
Yeah, he's had a
He's
bit
come
of it.
into his own this last quarter. Good attacking kick. Highlands has a jump. Ball comes to ground. McNevin's good, quick with hands that time. Oh, that was a bit of a throw, but umpire lets it go on. Derek to Cornish. Cornish gets it out. Good tackle there. Crows dropped that one. Pressure from the Magpies. They need to get this one out. Cornish has taken them on. They finally get it out.
Mitchell.
Mitchell. High kick. Had to sit under it was Munro. Courageous. Play on's the call. Crow does well. Parks himself under that one, the big body. And we take a breath. So he switches the ball. Players looking in the sun on that far side, which can be tricky with that switching ball.
Yes, it did look tricky.
Gribble's the call, and he's out here on his own, Gribble, yeah. Screech is yelling for him to be used, and he is. This time he gets it, the youngster. He can turn and go.
Gribble can
he
dribble.
Does.
And he does dribble.
Gribble can dribble. And it's a helicopter type kick.
Not his best.
No, not his best, into the wind.
Oh,
and
tackled
Ethan
there.
Sivic is wrapped up there. Not much he could do, so...
Anybody knows that that's not the correct pronunciation of Sivic, let us know. Crow just happy to tap that back over the boundary line.
How would they let us know, John?
Write us an email.
My phone's on silent.
.com.au. Okay, wing on the true wing, near side, ball goes in. Samson Ryan and Crow. Ball goes to the deck. Mitchell picks it up, quick handball to Dwyer. Austin, beg your pardon, left
With
foot.
the left. Good attacking kick. It's a 2-on-1. The Lions are set up here.
Highlands.
Ball comes to ground. They'll go hard at it. Good contest there. Both players' eyes on the ball. This late in the game, still cracking in. Both teams.
Ample.
And
nice and solid there.
So your boy, the boundary umpire, doing a great job.
Give it plenty.
Yep. Good height with that one.
Yeah, very happy with that.
Rope and go at it. Oh, here we go. That's a lovely snapping ball. Highlands gets it on the second bite. So Gareth Crawford rode that one to perfection and would have gone through, although Highlands decided instead of shepherding he should just be able to get this part of the equation right by just running around and snapping around the body. Highlands comes around and he's made very hard work of that. Didn't get the height nor the accuracy.
Quite frustrating. That was a great read off the pack from Crawford to get kick inboard, wasn't it? Very, very nice. Anyhow,
McNevin now. Lovely clearing kick to the big ruckman.
Got the long jukes, Crow, didn't he? He could reach out a long way with that from the body.
Yeah. Oh, a free kick. So Crowley just a little bit of an arm over the chest of Reed and has given away the free kick when he didn't need to. So
probably not that hard to do to get over the shoulder of Reed.
Young Will Fletcher wheels around, kicks it up. There's a loose there for Palm Beach, but the big man for the Maggies fly. Gribble will have to be clean. He'll be under pressure, and he was. Luckily, he doesn't get ridden into the fence there. So
let's see if they can eke something out of this, the Western Magpies. They've had it in their forward line for the last 5 minutes.
Fair share of the ball the last 5 minutes. You're right, John, the Maggies. So need a bit more reward.
Where's Crawford? Crawford.
Little nudge under it. Definitely not 15. Play on's a call. Here we go. Well, there's a whistle and it's a Magpies free. That was Daniel Edwards who wanted that the most and drew the free kick just above the shoulder. So when you attack the ball that hard, it often ends in a free kick. So here we go, Dan Edwards.
They haven't taken the foot off the pedal, have they, the Magpies?
Over his shoulder. And it's a nice low chipping ball that does enough. So well done. They get their 10th goal, the Western Magpies, and move to 10-7-67. trailing the home side, the Palm Beach Currumbin Lions. The ladder leaders 16-14, 110.
Well, there's 5 minutes of dominance from the Magpies. Just desserts there. A finish. They've had plenty of ball and plenty of tools going for the marks. Deep in that forward line, just probably haven't got enough scoreboard reward for it. Let's see if we can get some more.
It's a 7-goal margin, Jack, but we came here thinking they could get blown out of the water without 4 of their best midfielders, and yeah, I think you're never happy with a 7-goal loss, but there's a lot of positives today for the Magpies.
Yeah, it sounds like a bit of an old chestnut, the old positives from a loss, but it can certainly draw plenty, I'd say.
Definitely undermanned. As Cale Reed's run all day and competed hard. Here we go. Tyne has been super. There's that evading in and out of traffic you spoke of earlier, Jack. He's one of the best at it. There's me wrapping up once again. And that one's kicked out on the full.
Probably not the result he was looking for, Tyne. He'd probably run. He's probably a bit tired by the end of that. He probably ran 40 metres, two touches, as the Magpies come back out of their half-back line.
Big Samson working hard again. Well done. He's slung down there. Umpire may pay a free kick here for a dangerous sling. I've got an idea. No, he hasn't. No.
It did appear that
he did race in, didn't he, the umpire? He raced in at not of rate, so.
Good kick out of there.
Knots, I should say.
Austin.
So Austin's presented well this quarter. He's done well as a key forward. So McNevin, who's been busy also, they swing it out to Gus Munro.
I'm not afraid to go through that centre.
Nice hands. He'll get the 1-2. It's a handball to his feet, so he has to go off the deck. There's another kick off the deck for the Magpies this time. So pressure's on. Bird's just doing what he has to. That one's chopped off. The Maggies will be able to clean. No, they can't. And shuffles out of bounds.
Lachlan Dennis, good intercept there off the Bird's kick.
Hasn't been their worst, Lachlan Dennis. It's been okay.
So in the shadows over there on the half-back flank for the Magpies. Good tap from Ryan to Crawford, inboard to Mitchell. Long kick into the 50 zone. Oh, it's a beautiful mark.
Lovely grab there by Callum McBurney.
Bernie, didn't quite pick him out, yes.
Yeah, he's done his job today as well. So here we go. That's Tyler Cornish there. Gives it back to McBurney. Out to one of the Harrison boys there. Zach. And the shadows starting to descend on this contest, John, at 27 minute mark of the last quarter.
That's a beautiful mark too. It was half-back flank for the Magpies, comes inboard. Mitchell's had plenty of it this quarter. Handball off, handball again. Right in the 50-metre line. Good spoil. And McNevin clears up for the Palm Beach boys. Switches across. McCanch. Quick kick. Now to Askey. Has to come back. Comes inboard. Crowley.
The big midfielder. That's a lovely looking ball. Into Gus Munro. Munro turns and goes. Still got some zip in the legs. The boys upstairs from 2009 willing him on. They want another goal from him. And that one goes out of bounds. Just an update from the other grounds, Jack, while we can. Morningside have got on top up there against Broadbeach. They are now 47 points ahead up at Sandgate. Having trouble with some score up there at the moment, but Labrador Tigers have got on top by 5 goals against Wilson Grange, so we'll update those scores again at the end of the day if we can. So here we go again. Western Magpies trying to exit their defence as the siren goes to finish proceedings this afternoon at Sulk Oval. We had the first place undefeated reigning premiers Palm Beach Currumbin hosting the 6th place Western Magpies, and a little bit of an uneven contest with the final score 16-14, 110 for the Lions, the home team, finishing ahead of the Magpies 10-7, 67. Having said that, I think a lot of positives for the Western Magpies, who came down the highway very undermanned, a lot of experience out of the team. So I think they can hold their heads up high. They played 4 quarters of footy, and a little bit scrappy at times with their disposal, probably let them down. And from a Palm Beach point of view, let's hope that their key forward and best forward in the competition in Jack Anthony is okay, who went off in that 3rd quarter after kicking 6 majors. Jackham was dominant throughout. So excellent battle, John. And what were your thoughts on this afternoon?
Well, I can see nothing but positives for the Magpies. As I said, having gone down by 7-8 goals, you'd think it'd be hard to find a few positives. There's plenty there. There's only probably 5, 6, 7 minutes in each quarter where they lapsed, and Palm Beach got a bit of a run on, and there's pretty much your difference in the whole game.
Yeah, and look, like I said, it's first v 6 on the ladder, and the 7-goal margin is about where it is. And the Magpies have to make that up, don't they, to get at the business end of the season, make up those 7 goals. And but you throw those 4 gun midfielders back in the side, along with Harwood, hopefully later in the year. They, like I said, they will trouble quite a few teams in this QAFL competition.
I definitely think so. Yeah, from having those four guys out and having seen them play early on in the year, you'd think the addition of that and blooding a few players today, Samson Ryan, he was fantastic.
Big positive for Samson Ryan. I would be persevering with him for the rest of the year, Jack. He was super in the ruck and presented really well. He's a handful, and he'll get better and better. So thank you, John. It's been a pleasure again. Your 2nd run in the Quaffle commentary team, and coming along in leaps and bounds.
Thanks for having me, Dutch.
Yeah.
Just good to be in the footsteps of a legend
today.
as yourself.
I think we'll leave it there for this afternoon. So thank you everyone for joining us for this Quaffle live stream here at Sulk Oval. We will see you next week for more Quaffle live action in round 8. Thank you very much.
Au revoir. Oh, bloody gold. Thanks, Fab.